My fellow gem hunters, welcome to another episode of Vibe and Time over here at Coinverse. Today, guys, we're going to be doing something a little bit different. We're actually going to be monitoring the behavior over the last 2 weeks and with what's going on with Ethereum as well as Bitcoin, and looking into the Ethereum 2.0 merge and seeing how this will really affect the market. And the fact that it's being released in a bear market, maybe we'll look at some predictions and look at some charts for the last 2 weeks and kind of get a feel for what's been really going on. Even though currently I'm not personally trading a lot in the market, I'm just looking for my points that I like to get in at and make some moves at. And today I want to point out some interesting points for traders. I have my respected points because I want to hold things long term, but at the same time, there is a lot of opportunities in this bear market. So I'm going to share my screen here for a little bit, guys. And we're just going to jump right into some of these. Make sure you guys are here. We're going to jump right into some of these charts and take a look at some of the things that I'm looking at. So something like the Bitcoin right now, if we went all the way back to, just the beginning of July, right before July, we had this bounce down to support around 19,000, 19,150 or whatever. A lot of people have different views on it, but wherever you look at it at. And then once it flipped down, you seen heavy volume on this green candle that pushed it right back above. So validating that this was going to be a support. And then it went up and kind of tested out on the around 21,000. And then, once it pulled back, this would have been a great entry to confirm that it was support. Then it bounced up, went back to the same resistance. You could have took profit here, as well as waiting for it to fall back down here. You could have took your profits from here, bought in again at the support, and then rode it up. And this is what we currently see with the current trend, correct? And then now, for me, when I'm looking at this, it almost looks like Bitcoin is giving out a steam as you see that they're barely making it back up, and hitting this, what it would take for Bitcoin to hold somewhere around, I'd say in this above 22,000, anywhere in here, and find some new support and then try to make another move up. I don't know if that's likely or not, considering all the markets and everything that's going on, but I do want to zoom out a little bit and just look at this from a daily view and then say, to me, this is the similar price action that we've seen here before Bitcoin gave out a steam and we've seen another leg down to a new support level. Guys, when I'm looking at this, I say, hey, you can play it both ways. You can make a bearish case, you can make a bullish case, but for me, I'm looking at overall market structure right now, and to me, it's still bear market. So I just want to take a look at Bitcoin first, because even though we're going to talk about Ethereum and the merger and things of that nature, it's always good to start with Big Brother, right? Because we know that Big Brother still has more than 40% of the market dominance. And even though right now the market dominance is around 40%, that's what you're seeing this high altcoin coin surge right now. Again, here, if we went back to, late June, early July, we've seen the same thing that we just watched in Bitcoin here on this. You would have been able to see that, they went down to support here. Oh, actually, this is the Bitcoin and Ethereum chart. So in the beginning of July and end of June and most of July, we've seen Bitcoin dominance fall, and this caused the ETH pair to push and take advantage. To me, we're hitting this resistance area here. So while Bitcoin is going to either go up or down, the dominance is going to be higher right now with Bitcoin. So up or down, I think you see alts and Ethereum as well take a breather. So whether they consolidate along this line here or not, I think this move right here that we've been watching has kind of played itself out. In my opinion, again, not financial advice, but just that's something that you can look into when you're starting to, when you're in the bear market, because guys, we have so much time to do so much homework. I don't know what else you guys have been doing, but that's what we've been trying to focus on for you guys over here at Coinverse. So again, when we see the breakout, is this move over, or is this just a move back to resistance? Who knows, right? We got to wait till more time plans out. But again, when I start seeing all these tops come in where we have it highlighted here, even though we don't have one like highlighted here, you can start seeing the tops here would allude to the same amount of tops that you kind of had over here before you had an essential back test. So again, guys, when we're looking at this, just a lot of things to pay attention to when we're thinking about what's going on in the bear market. And then we starting to see the same kind of breakout. I mean, the same kind of that same kind of top action over here on the Ethereum coin itself. And then it led to a downfall or a back test here on the 30-minute. But again, what is this next move? We'll zoom out to the 4-hour and we'll take a look at it. Will it maintain the support down here around the 1680 range, the 1670, 1680 range, or will it fall through? Only time will tell, but we got to keep looking at it. But I want to get a little bit more into this Ethereum merger. So I'm gonna stop sharing my screen here, guys, and so you guys can see me here. Let's talk about a little bit what the Ethereum merger will be. So the Ethereum 2.0 is what a lot of people call it. And mistakenly, it's not going to be called Ethereum 2.0. This is actually going to be the consensus layer of Ethereum. The overall goal for ETH 2.0 or the consensus layer or ETH 2.0 as a whole is to become a full proof of stake protocol. And to do this is going to take multiple things happen on multiple layers, and then they'll all have to come together in this sharding sense, and to almost make ETH a deflationary asset. I think it'll be it's really a cool concept. I think it has multiple layers to it, but we'll try to jump into it. I'm gonna sneeze. Excuse me. One more. Excuse me. So I'm gonna jump right back into this. So when we think about this and we think about the different layers, kind of messed me up a little bit there. And I promise, guys, I'm okay. I'm not sick at all. But again, when we think about these different layers, you're gonna have ETH, the current 1.0. That layer will be your transaction layer. ETH 2.0 right now will be the consensus layer. And I think when we think about the current merge right now, this is just gonna allow for proof of work ETH to be swapped for proof of stake ETH 1-to-1. So hence, in making this stake Ethereum, just as valuable as Ethereum, just, kind of swapping it out 1-for-1. There's a couple of different protocols who's been able, who stepped up and said they were going to be honoring this. I know Lido is one, Lido Finance, and there's a couple more we'll probably get into. But we know that since the Business of Night forked in 2017, the launch of the difficulty bomb or this consensus layer has been delayed a lot. So I think a lot of people are thinking that, potentially Ethereum could push up into the merge, and then after the merge, maybe purge a little bit, and then, later hopefully splurge, right? So we're going to have to think about that when we think about all this. So the Beacon Chain, as the name suggests, is the new standard of trust. The proof of stake, proof of equity was introduced. The Beacon Chain was launched in 2020. So we have seen some products that pledge ETH for income. Amongst them, Celsius, a thunderstorm some time ago, is the largest provider to Lido. The ETH 2.0 pledge service provider pledged a lot of ETH to get stake ETH. The currently obtained stake ETH can only be converted back to Ethereum 1-to-1 after the merger and running for some time. So when we look at this, guys, and we look at the breakdown of this merger, it's going to be multiple parts to this. It's going to be things that have to happen on different layers, like we've been talking about. You got the execution layer, you have the consensus layer, but I think in this first consensus layer merger, I don't think we see any difference in gas. I don't think we see any real improvement on the fees of TPS or anything like that. And my guess is during this time, I think, like we said, we'll get that run up, and then when we get there, we might get that dump off, and then we might get a splurge in some sense. But to me, I want to ask you guys, do you think this is an opportunity for some of the other public blockchains out there, such as BNB, Solana, Matic, Polkadot, Near, or Cosmos, right? Like, so you have all these different protocols and blockchains being able to really, make a name for themselves being public blockchains. And I think when it comes down to it, you really have to have a lot of users and a lot of usability. So when I think about things like that, BNB stands out to me, Matic because of the scalability, Polkadot because I think Gavin Wood kind of seen this, being one of the founders of Ethereum. I think he's seen this scaling problem for Ethereum a while back and knew what it would take to get it to proof of stake network, and potentially thinking that he could build something a little bit better. So I haven't gave up on Polkadot because I feel like Polkadot really started interoperability talk, and I think that's another one that as a public blockchain to keep an eye on. And of course, all these are available on different exchanges such as Big One as well as Lido and all of that. So Guys, this is pretty much what I wanted to go over today in this video. Hope you guys found the video very interesting. We try to take time over here at Coinverse to really try to dig through a lot of the information that we're finding among the charts, as well as knowing about mergers that are coming up, and trying to dig into them and seeing, you know, how much effect is this really going to have, and is it going to be everything that you really see people talk about online? Because, you know, simply people think, hey, as soon as Ethereum goes to proof of stake, it's going to go to $10,000 and it's going to be low fees and low gas. And I don't think people realize that this is just one of many steps that have to happen before Ethereum 2.0 actually becomes a full ecosystem. So guys, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Appreciate you guys supporting us over here at Coinverse. Make sure you like the video, comment down below, let us know how you're doing. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And until next time, guys, bye for now.